we are going to build up our capacity right now. There should be a point in a couple of days, maybe, then when
Global
we
Virtual
have to...
Teams was a new course that they just started this year, in which they were teaching us how to interact in groups that were working not just across time zones, but also potentially across cultural boundaries, and using different platforms to communicate with one another while we did this. So basically built upon some of the leadership work that we had done this fall and some of our other teamwork, and helped us to think about how we could apply that in a more global setting.
The assignment was tied between the Global Virtual Teams class and the Operations class, and it was a week-long simulation of a factory and how much inventory did we need to order and how fast do we need to process it and how should we price it. And the global component of it was that I was working with 2 other Yale students and 2 students who were at HEGADE in France.
Our team, 4 people, right? We're all coming from all different countries. Daniela from Mexico, Matt from the US, hers from China, and me myself is from I'm from Indonesia. So basically, there's definitely a different working culture that each of us have. I think it's up to us to it's up to our willingness to adjust and meet each other in the middle.
It was really up to us to decide how we wanted to interact with one another as a team, how we would make decisions, identifying some of the key decision points and obstacles along the way, and then also deciding kind of who's going to track what when, figuring out time zones, all of that.
We are long distance. It's maybe more difficult, but I think that technology nowadays helps a lot.
In a global virtual environment, it's incredibly important to take the time. Don't assume that the meaning of whatever message you're sending is going to be construed in the way that you're intending it to be. So take the time to continuously communicate and over-communicate what that message is.
I think there's something that naturally happens when you can turn to a classmate next to you and just ask them a question. So I definitely had sort of a faster and easier communication style with Jocina and Nick, who were right here in the same building as me, whereas I tended to be a little bit more formal with my colleagues in France.
I think it's really useful because real life goes like this, like on a multinational, this is really normal. Like people are in different parts and you share screens and people give their opinions and meetings are from people from different places, so this is real life. It's not that it's not something just for the project.
Whether people are in France or working from home, there is a component of the professional world that I'm entering that isn't based on physical interaction. And to me, this was a really good way to kind of introduce everyone to that, have a space that we could fail. You know, we had the simulation we had to get done, but it was really about how do we figure it out together. So I felt like it was good preparation, and I also felt like really confident in my peer group who are in New Haven and in France and those who are in Mexico, that this is something that we all know we're going to face and that we're actually well prepared to do so.
Sounds good.
Okay, great.
Thank you very much, guys. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, you see the